Hello everyone and welcome back to Elite Link Online. So in this video session we are going to start with a new chapter, direct and inverse variation. Okay, let's understand the concept of direct and inverse variation one by one. So first let's only focus on direct variation everyone. Direct variation is basically nothing but a relation between two different variables or two different variable quantities. You can take an example. Suppose the two variable quantities are number of toys and money. Alright, if suppose we want to buy for someone maybe number of toys for maybe some child, we are wanting to give them toys. Now, अगर हमें ज़्यादा toys खरीदने, see I am not writing any numbers right now. We don't require to write any numbers. We just need to understand the relation between these two. The simple logic says, if you want to buy more toys, will you require more money or will you require less money? As we clearly understand, if you want to buy more toys, you will require more money. Okay, so the logic is, if this quantity increases, then this quantity also increases. Number of toys, if you want to buy more, means you want to increase the number of toys, then definitely you have to increase the money. Okay everyone? So the relation between them, alright, is said to be as direct variation. We say that these two are in direct variation because if one quantity is increasing, other is also increasing. At the same time, it is very logical. If you decrease this quantity, then the other quantity also will decrease, right? For example, if you want to buy less number of toys, if you want to buy less number of toys, you will require less money, right everyone? So, what we will be doing is, to solve these sums mathematically, we will describe our first quantity as x and we will describe the second quantity as y. Alright, so the relation between them will be then accordingly framed in terms of x and y. So here generally we are not going to be dealing that much into detail, but whenever two variables are in direct variation, we write the relation something like this. This is called as direct variation. Okay, if x is proportional to y, actually it is said proportional. So x is proportional to y का मतलब होता है x and y are in direct variation, which means if x increases then y increases. Sorry. Okay, if x increases then y also will increase. It can be the other way around also. If y increases then x also will increase. That's okay. And at the same time, if x decreases then y also decreases, or y decreases x also decreases. There should be a same effect on both of them. Now, how do we solve sums based on this concept? Now they will ask you something like this. मतलब आपको जो question पूछेंगे ऐसा पूछेंगे. Now if you want to buy 5 toys, okay, if you want to suppose buy 5 toys, let's say you require 1000 rupees. Now if you want to buy more toys, maybe you want to buy 8 toys, how much money will you require? So they can ask you a question like this. Alright everyone, now what we will be doing is, and what is the relation between x and y if they are in direct variation? That is something that you need to know everyone. So the thing is, the values of x, that is number of toys. In first case the number of toys is 5, in second case the number of toys is 8. In first case the value of the money is 1000 rupees, in second case we do not know the value of money right now. अभी तो नहीं मालूम है, बाद में बात कर देखते हैं. Now the values of the variable x will actually be called as x1 and x2. x1 means first value of x, x2 means second value of x. Similarly, the value of money will be called as y1 and y2. y1 means first value of y, y2 means second value of y. Okay, so always remember, I'll give you a very important clue. You should remember d. Very easy to remember. d means for direct variation we always divide. Okay, what does it mean? It means that if x and y are in direct variation, then you will divide the value of x and y. Yeah, x and y. So basically you will do x1 upon y1. x1 upon y1 should always become equal to x2 upon y2. So what are we doing with x and y? We are dividing them. देख लो x और y को divide किया, x और y को divide किया. Clear everyone? So remember this, direct divide. Alright. So if it is already given to you that these two variables are in direct variation, then we will always use the formula x1 upon y1 equal to x2 upon y2. If you have more values, then you can continue doing it. x3 upon y3 equal to x4 upon y4 equal to so on, so on, so on. You can continue doing that, everyone. ठीक है? तो ये हम कर सकते हैं. So now with this knowledge, we can definitely start with the sums of your first exercise of the chapter, everyone. And that is exercise 10A. In question number 1, we are going to be doing the first and the second part. Let's read the question first. Question is, which of the following tables x and y vary directly? They have asked you a question. आपको बोला नहीं है. They have not given you anything. They are asking you, in which of the tables x and y vary directly? You tell us. Okay. So the first table that they have given you. In the first table, I will show you the values of x and y given to us, everyone. The values of x and y. Are given as follows, everyone. 359, 358, 11 are the values of x given to you. At the same time, the values of y given to you are 4.5, 7.5, 12 and 16.5. Okay, so we start with the solution, everyone. How do we check? See, they have asked you the question, okay, in this table, do x and y vary directly? They have asked, in which table x and y vary directly. तो हमको find करना है, हमको पता लगाना है कि here if the values of x and y are these values, will they be having a direct variation between them or not? Okay. So as we understand, this is the first value of x, so we will call it x1. First value of y, y1. x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. Now, if x and y, okay, if x and y should be in direct variation, we very well know, we have remembered the technique, the clue, d direct divide. So we will divide and check. We will divide the values of x and y and we will check If the answer is equal for all of them, then we can definitely say that x and y vary directly. So we start with the first value, x1 and y1. So we start x1 upon y1 is equals to 3 upon 4.5. Now, we need to solve this properly. So what will we do is, we will eliminate the decimal by multiplying 10 and 10. So we will not be showing that step, but we will directly be doing it like this. Multiplying by 10 and 10. तो ये 3 10 सा बन गया 30 और ये 4.5 10 सा बन गया 45. Now, we will be cancelling this by the table of 15 everyone. So we have 15 2s are and 15 3s are. 2 upon 3 is the first answer. Next is, we will find the ratio of x2 y2. So x2 upon y2 will be 5 upon 7.5. Now multiplying by 10 and 10 will give you the answer 50 upon 75. Now when we cancel by 25, because we know they can get cancelled by 25, so we have 2 upon 3 as the answer. Next is, we calculate the third, we will use the third value of x also and y also, and we will find out x3 upon y3. The answer is 8 upon 12, so you don't need to convert because the numbers are without decimals. So we can cancel by 4 and 4. So we have the answer 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. So yet again we have got 2 upon 3. Next is the last available value of x4 and y4. So x4 upon y4, x4 upon y4 will be equal to 11 upon 16.5. Multiplying by 10 and 10, that's 110 upon 165. Okay, now you can cancel with 11 first. So this will become 11 tens are. This will become 11 15s are. So अभी क्या आंसर आया, 10 upon 15 याद रखना है. And now we can cancel 10 and 15 by 5. So 5 2s are and 5 3s are 15 as well. So we have got again 2 upon 3. So now everyone, x1 upon y1 भी 2 upon 3 है, x2 upon y2 का final answer भी 2 upon 3 है, x3 upon y3 also gives you 2 upon 3, and x4 upon y4 also giving you 2 upon 3. So finally what we understand is, everyone, all these values are equal to one another, right? All the values are equal, 2 upon 3. So I can say x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2 is equal to x3 upon y3 is equal to x4 upon y4. So because all these ratios are equal everyone, therefore we can say that x and y vary directly. So that is the first final answer. For the first table, yes, x and y vary directly. That is your first final answer. Moving on to the second part. Now we have different values of x and y presented. Okay, the values are as follows. For the second part, the values of x and y are 16, 32, 30, 60, 40, 80 upon, oh sorry, not upon, 56, 84. Okay, now, so we start with the solution to find out if they vary directly or not. We will once again do the same thing, D for direct, D for divide. So we will divide and check. We will divide and we will check whether they are in direct variation or not. So x1 upon y1 equal to 16 upon 32. So that is 1 upon 2. You can check 16 ones are 16 twos are. Or you can cancel by some other tables also, but you will get the same answer. Next is x2 upon y2 is equals to 30 upon 60, that is 1 upon 2. Next is x3 upon y3, that is equal to 40 upon 80, also equals to 1 upon 2. And lastly, we will calculate the value of x4 upon y4, which is equals to 56 upon 84. Okay, now you can cancel them maybe by the table of 7. So if you cancel them by 7, we have 7 8s are 56 and 7 12s are 84. You can cancel them by 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. So we have got the answer 2 upon 3, which tells me कि x1 upon y1 का आंसर 1 upon 2 था, x2 upon y2 1 upon 2, x3 upon y3 भी 1 upon 2. लेकिन x4 upon y4 तो 1 upon 2 नहीं आया, right? So we do not have all the ratios equal. All the ratios x1 upon y1, x2 upon y2. Similarly, till x4 upon y4, we did not have all the ratios equal. So here we actually need to write down that x1 upon y1 was equal to x2 upon y2, was equal to x3 upon y3. But finally, it is not equal. These are not equal to the value of x4 upon y4. And therefore, we will finally say that x and y do not vary directly. Okay, they do not vary directly. Okay everyone, so this is your question number 1. Pause the video and ciao. Okay everyone, so now moving on to the next sum. Okay, the question number 2 is as follows. If x and y vary directly, so now see, they have already given you if x and y vary directly, तो उसके आगे का काम तुमको पूछा जाएगा कि अभी तुम कुछ प्रूव करके बताओ या फाइंड करके बताओ, वैसा कुछ. Okay, so if x and y they definitely vary directly, then find out the values of x, y and z. Now okay, so now the values of x, y are as follows. Okay, so we have to calculate these values. X का value चाहिए हमको, y का value चाहिए और z का value चाहिए. These are the three unknown values in the entire table. All the other values are given to you. ये नहीं मालूम, ये नहीं मालूम, ये नहीं मालूम. Okay, so that is what we have to find out. And ये सब जिसके values है इन सारी numbers, ये सारे numbers जिसके values है वो है variable x and variable y के values है. Okay everyone? So the relation between these two variables is already given in advance. X and y vary directly, so we can start solving this. So the first statement that we will write down is, since x and y vary directly, therefore x1 upon y1 should be equal to x2 upon y2, should be equal to or has to be equal to x3 upon y3, and that has to be equal to x4 upon y4. So this upon this equal to this upon this equal to this upon this equal to this upon this, because the logic is direct divide. So if they are in direct variation, we will divide them and we get the answers equal. That is most important. We should get all the answers equal. Now I put the values. So we have x1 which is 3 upon y1, that is 36. So 3 upon 36 equal to x upon 16. That is equal to y upon 96. And that is equal to 10 upon z. Clear everyone? Now, before we proceed further to the next step, what I can do is, I can simplify this for you. 3 ones are and 3 12s are. So now the best part is, के देखो, हर एक ratio, we have 3 ratios in which there are unknown variables. एक ये, जिसमें x नहीं मालूम, the second ratio in which we don't know the value of y, and the third ratio in which we don't know the value of z. And all these 3 ratios, 1, 2, 3, all 3 are equal to 1 upon 12. They are already equal to one known ratio, जो है 1 upon 12, जो आ चुका है. We cannot solve 1 upon 12 को furthermore. Okay everyone? So now I will write down the values individually. ऐसे, x upon 60 is equal to 1 upon 12. So by writing that, I am very sure we can calculate the value of x, that is 60 into 1 upon 12. we have x equals to 5. Next, also y upon 96 equals to 1 upon 12. So in a very similar way, 96 into 1 in the numerator is 96 upon 12. Y equals to 8. And everyone, the last answer, 10 upon z is also equals to 1 upon 12. So now this time we are in fact going to cross multiply. 12 will be multiplied here and z वहां चला जाएगा इस पार उस पार. 12 इस पार, z उस पार. So z into 1 हो जाएगा z and 12 into 10 will become 10. So we have the final answers everyone, x equals to 5, y equals to 8 and z equals to 10. Okay? So that is your sum number 2. Next is question number 3. Question number 3 है, a truck consumes 28 liters of diesel for moving through a distance of 448 kilometers. How much distance will it cover in 64 liters of diesel? Okay? Okay, a very important question that we need to understand first. क्या बोला गया है? A truck consumes 28 liters of diesel for moving through a distance of 448 kilometers. How much distance will it cover in 64 liters of diesel? Okay? So first of all, ऐसे sums में ये जो word problems type के sums है ना, उसमें we actually have to understand what will be x and what will be y, right? यानी in other words हमें ना इन दो quantities को पहचानना है. Correct everyone? So you need to very clearly understand what is your x and what is your y. So here I think जो हमको समझ में आया है कि हमको जिनकी values दी गई है. On one hand we are given the quantity of diesel, right? जो liters में दिया है, एक बार 28 liters था और एक बार 64 liters था. And on the second hand we are given distance that the truck is going to cover. Correct? So now everyone, we will start with this sum. Okay, so let's write down this question for you. A truck consumes 28 liters of diesel for moving a distance of 448 kilometers. How much distance will it cover in 64 liters of diesel? Okay, so as we identified, the two quantities are the amount of diesel and the distance covered. जैसा हमने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि ये हमारा x और y होने वाला है. So we start with the solution everyone. So I just write down quantity of diesel ब्रैकेट में इन लीटर्स नेक्स्ट इज डिस्टेंस in kilometers. Okay, now everyone, I am entering the values for you. तो आपको बोला था 28 liters of diesel यूज करके the truck travels 448 kilometers. तो अब 64 liters के डीजल में कितना ट्रैवल करेगा? You can take it as x. Okay everyone, हम डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे x लिख देंगे. So it clearly means कि इतने डीजल में इतना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल होने वाला है. So as I told you, we have to write down the two quantities, write down the values, and in our mind हमने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि ये हमारा x और ये हमारा y है. तो इनके बीच का हमको वेरिएशन पहले सोचना होगा. Before we start solving the sum, we have to confirm what variation exists between the two. तो अब आपको ये माइंड में ही करना है. You don't require the values for that purpose. आपको खुद ही सोचना है कि डीजल है और डिस्टेंस है. अब आप सोचो, आप इसको कैसे भी सोच सकते हो. ऐसा नहीं कि डीजल के बारे में ही पहले बोलना है. सपोज वी टॉक अबाउट डिस्टेंस फर्स्ट. इफ आई वांट टू कवर मोर डिस्टेंस, विल वी रिक्वायर मोर डीजल के लेस डीजल? ऑब्वियसली वी रिक्वायर मोर डीजल, व्हिच मींस अगर डिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा तो डीजल का रिक्वायरमेंट क्वांटिटी भी बढ़ेगा. सो नाउ वी सी द सेम इफेक्ट इन बोथ ऑफ देम, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे आर इन डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन. अभी so now we clearly write down, since they are in direct variation, therefore everyone, जैसा हमने सीखा हुआ है DD direct divide, so we divide x1 upon y1 equal to x2 upon y2. Now you can substitute your values also in place of this. x1 upon y1, that is 28 upon 448 is equals to 64 upon x. So now everyone, इसे सॉल्व करने के लिए you will take the x on the left, और जब x चला जाएगा वहां 28 उसके जगह पे नीचे भी आ जाएगा. Okay, so we can write x equal to, नीचे 28 तो आ ही गया है, x ऊपर और 28 नीचे. At the same time 448 goes on the right side. So we have 64 into 448 everyone. Okay? So now some cancellations and we have the final answer for sure. So 28 मुझे मालूम है 7 के टेबल में जाता है. अब ये तो 7 से डिवाइड नहीं होता, तो डेफिनेटली ये नंबर 7 से डिवाइड होता ही होगा. So we can start. 7 4s are 28. 7 6s are 42. इसमें से 42 निकाल दो, 2 is the remainder, and we have 8 28. So 7 4s are 28. Clear everyone? Now we have 4 1s are 4 and 4 16s are 64. Okay, so now we can just calculate this. 16 into 60 is 916 plus 16 4s are 64. So 960 plus 64 is 1024 everyone. So we can write down the answer. Okay, how much distance will it cover? In 64 liter of diesel. So I will write down in 64 liters of diesel, the truck will cover 1024 kilometers. Okay everyone, so that is how You do this sum. Alright everyone, ये आपका थर्ड सम का सोल्यूशन. वर्ड प्रॉब्लम आपको बराबर समझाया मैंने कैसे होना चाहिए उसका टेक्निक. व्हाट शुड बी द टेक्निक ऑफ सॉल्विंग अ वर्ड प्रॉब्लम. ओके, नाउ इन अ वेरी सिमिलर वे एवरीवन वी कैन मूव ऑन टू द सिक्स्थ सम. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द सिक्स्थ सम. क्वेश्चन इज 7 kg of rice costs rupees 1120. How much rice can be bought for rupees 1750? So that is the question everyone. अब आपको टेक्निक बता दिया है, कोई भी वर्ड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने का टेक्निक आपको बता दिया है. आप है ना अपने वैल्यूज को देखो और पता लगाओ कि ये जो वैल्यूज दिए हैं वो कौन सी क्वांटिटी के बारे में दिए हुए हैं. जैसे कि 7 kg दिया है ऑफ राइस, उसकी कीमत है 1120 रुपीज. दे आर आस्किंग यू हाउ मच राइस वी कैन बाय फॉर 1750 रुपीज. सो एक जगह पे मनी का वैल्यू दिया है 1120 1750 और दूसरे जगह पे राइस का क्वांटिटी दिया हुआ है 7 kg और दूसरा वाला क्वांटिटी हमको फाइंड करना है हाउ मच राइस कैन बी बॉट. सो नाउ एवरीवन वी कैन मेक अ टेबल सिमिलर टू दिस, राइट. वी कैन स्टार्ट with quantity of rice. ब्रैकेट में लिख देंगे इन kg और दूसरी आपकी क्वांटिटी है कॉस्ट इन रुपीस. सो दीज आर द टू क्वांटिटीज एवरीवन. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट. कितना राइस खरीदा था हमने 7 kg. कितने रुपीस में? आंसर है 1120 रुपीस में. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि तुम कितना क्वांटिटी ऑफ राइस खरीद सकते हो. सो लेट अस से दैट अभी के लिए लेट इट बी x एंड द कॉस्ट गिवन टू यू इज 1750. ओके, अब तुम्हें पहले इनके बीच का ये देखो, ये तुम्हारा x हो गया, ये तुम्हारा y हो गया. x1 y1 x2 y2. वी वेरी वेल नो ये x हो गया, x का कॉलम है, ये y का कॉलम है. सो x1 x2 y1 y2 या x1 y1 x2 y2 ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं. नाउ वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द वेरिएशन फर्स्ट, राइट. तो हम वेरिएशन पता लगा लेते हैं इसके और इसके बीच में, जिसके लिए वैल्यूज का बेटा कोई काम ही नहीं है. डोंट लुक एट द वैल्यूज, जस्ट थिंक लुकिंग एट दीज टू क्वांटिटीज. कि एक है राइस, हमको कितना केजी राइस लाना है वो बात है, और दूसरा है पैसा. अब ये लॉजिकल बात है. सोचो तुम, इफ यू वांट टू बाय मोर राइस, यानी मैं क्वांटिटी ऑफ राइस को इंक्रीज कर रहा हूं, तो कॉस्ट इंक्रीज होगा कि कॉस्ट डिक्रीज होगा? ज्यादा अगर राइस बाय करना है तो क्या ज्यादा पैसे देने पड़ेंगे कि कम पैसे देने पड़ेंगे? द आंसर इज वेरी क्लियर एंड सिंपल, ज्यादा पैसे देने पड़ेंगे. सो इफ दिस क्वांटिटी इंक्रीजेस, दिस आल्सो इंक्रीजेस. अगर ये बढ़ रहा है तो ये भी बढ़ रहा है, ऑब्वियस अगर ये कम होगा तो ये भी कम होगा, राइट. सो फाइनली वी अंडरस्टैंड कि इनके बीच में डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन है, एंड बिकॉज दे हैव डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन बिटवीन देम वी विल राइट डाउन since they are in direct variation, therefore x1 upon y1 equal to x2 upon y2. Okay everyone, now अब ये देख लेते हैं x1 upon y1. So we have 7 upon 1120 equals to x2 upon y2, that is x upon 1750. Okay, now to calculate the value of x, the calculation is actually very simple. हम इस नंबर को लेके जाएंगे यहां पर ऊपर. So we have 7 into 1750 upon 1120 and that is equal to x की वैल्यू न्यूमरेटर में ही है. यहां पर हमने x को शिफ्ट इसीलिए किया था बिकॉज x का वैल्यू डिनोमिनेटर में था, तो उसको लेके आए ऊपर न्यूमरेटर में. अब योर x का वैल्यू इज इन द न्यूमरेटर ओनली, सो कीप इट इन द न्यूमरेटर ओनली. नाउ सबसे पहले तो जिल्लो कैंसिल. करेक्ट एवरीवन. नाउ वी हैव द नेक्स्ट कैलकुलेशन, दैट इज 7 ones are 7, 7 ones are 7 and 7 6 are 42. अब 175 है और 16 है, करेक्ट. So is there any table that we can use to cancel them? I don't think so. Clear everyone? Oh, a big mistake. Very sorry everyone. इस सम में कॉस्ट आपको दिया गया था 7 kg of rice cost 1120 rupees. How much rice can be bought for 3680 rupees? ठीक है, इससे पूरे सम को कुछ असर नहीं हो रहा. But yes, the final calculation is going to change. So let me make these corrections here for you everyone. 3680. Okay. चलो मैंने वो चेंजेस कर दिए. I'm really sorry for that error everyone. It was a reading error. पढ़ने में थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो गया था. Now 7 ones are 7, 16 are 112. That is clear. अब इन दोनों को कैंसिल कर सकते हैं विद द टेबल ऑफ 4. सो वी हैव 4 4s are 16, वी हैव 4 9s are 36. अब 8 बाकी है तो 4 2s are 8 and now you can divide 92 by 4. Automatically you get the answer 23 everyone. The answer of x is 23, which means that x क्या था वो भी देख लो. इतने रुपीस में तुम कितना क्वांटिटी ऑफ राइस खरीद सकते हो वो मिल गया आपको, दैट इज 23. सो आई विल राइट डाउन द फाइनल आंसर लाइक दिस. फॉर रुपीज 3680, ओके, फॉर दिस मच मनी द क्वांटिटी ऑफ राइस that can be bought, खरीदा जा सकता है, is 23 kilogram, 23 kg everyone. Okay, चलो pause the video and copy down the solution for your sum number 3 as well as sum number 6 everyone. Okay, pause the video, छापो. Okay everyone, Alright, so that will be all for this video everyone. Okay, we have done till the end of question number 6 और ये आंसर्स हम जरा एक बार चेक भी कर लेते हैं. We very well remember the last two answers. Yes, so the answer for the third one was 1024 kilometers as well as the sum number 6 was 23 kg. Okay, so the answers are correct everyone. Very important to check the answers if they are right or not. Okay, alright everyone, so I'll meet you now in the next video where we will continue solving the same exercise and we will continue with the chapter as well. Alright, we will also see, maybe if the right time comes along, we will also see if in case we have been given a situation where inverse variation is also being encountered. Alright, okay, so I'll catch you in the next video everyone. Till then, be safe, please take good care of yourself. Bye bye.